which actually what you say process those requests, and then what they do is like they revert back to the browser. Okay, they revert back to the browser. So let's say I went to facebook.com. There's a static page and it says enter the username and credentials. So I entered my credentials, and then automatically in the same page itself I logged into the facebook.com. Okay, so that's where it's not a static page, and there are a lot of things happening in the background. My data is being sent to the Facebook server, and it would be something sent in similar fashion what we have seen earlier, like http mysite.com, let's say, and slash, let's say, q and .html, or let's say q.php question mark, let's say username equal to abc and password equal to 1234, for an example. Okay, so thing is over here is that this is how in a normal fashion how the thing is that the URL look like, where this is a base URL, and then there are like parameters that is passed by the browser by us, like for us, and that's where the server side script process that. And if it is like kind of a correct one, what they do is that so what I do is that let me just go and stop using. Just give me 1 second, guys. Oh, 1 minute. I'm resetting my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that's where what I was saying is that the username, let's say, went to the server, and that's where the server processes request and kind of revert back to us. And I hope my screen is visible to you guys. Okay, so that's all. Now the thing is that let's see this thing in action, like how this thing works. Okay, so what we will do is let me just do one thing. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now what we'll do is we will be doing something like this. Just give me 1 second. I'm setting a script now, and I'll be kind of showcasing like how we can kind of see those like not a static web page in action. Okay, so let me just go. So one of the things that guys I wanted you guys to know that there is something called as CGI bin, okay, in Python. Okay, and what you can do is that using CGI bin. So let's say earlier when I did this one, like the ls, and there was a file like, and let me just rename this. Okay, so let's say this is the file, and let's say I ran the server over here. And over here, if I go and let's say I just do my site, I go there. The thing is that it is serving me the web page over here. Okay, if you see, it is serving me the web page, and I'm seeing the request that is coming out in the particular time time and like when this the client IP address 127.0.0.1 over here. Okay. Now the thing is that over here it is a static web page. I'm not able to kind of share any kind of data. So let's say I share data like let's say question r equal to 1 and t equal to 2 for an example. The thing is that again I will get the same web page because there is nothing like there's no kind of script that is running in the web server that is processing my request like this. This is the variable that I passed out. I'm just showing up in the log file, r equal to 1 and t equal to 2. So this is not getting processed out. And now what we want is that, let's say using Python programming, you want to create a web server where the web server is also kind of accepting multiple kind of requests from the client and processing that. So what we will do is that rather than depending on this uh, simple Python 3 HTTP server, what we'll do is that we'll try to kind of achieve that with a much better way, okay, using CGI bin. Okay, so what we will do is that the first thing that you need to do is you need to kind of create a folder. The folder name should be CGI bin. So what we'll do is that we'll do mkdir. We will say mkdir CGI bin. Okay, and now we have created a folder over here, CGI bin. If you see over here, CGI bin, and what we do is that if we just see that the CGI bin has, so it's good that it has the executor permission. And now we do is that we go inside this CGI bin folder, and I hope guys I'm audible, nothing mistake, nothing. Okay, so now what we do is that we go over here and we create a file. Okay, and let's say the name of the file is abc.py for example. Okay, and now let me go to my hero and okay, this is the one. And now let me save this one. Okay, paste. Okay, so what I'm doing over here is that I am using a module known as CGI. Okay, and what I'm doing is that let me just open this page first, and then I will kind of let you guys know. And what I'm doing is that I'm creating a variable form with the CGI.field storage. I understand like this might not be making much sense to you right now, but it will, like, I'm just giving a kind of a, what is it, a quick demo of what all things you can do with Python. And it will be really useful, like in a lot of incidents where you'll be kind of handling. It might be kind of useful. So you can kind of create a web server and kind of quickly do certain kind of uh, remote based processing on the server. So thing is that it actually creates a form over here. So what I'm doing is I've created a simple HTML file over here. So what this Python code is doing is that it is printing this HTML file. Okay, if you see, this is a HTML body. So rather than keeping this content in index.html, I am printing this line one by one via the Python code. Okay, and what I am doing is I am asking for two fields from the client. One is the name field and one is the age field. And whatever field they provide to me, what I am doing is that I am printing that over here. Okay, so like name equal to the name that has been provided by the user. Okay, so what I will do now, I will just save this out. Okay, first, and now what I will do is that I will run the CGI server now. Okay, and before that, what I need to do is that I need to set executable permission to the Python file. So if I do ls-al, you see it doesn't have the x permission over here. So what I will do is that chmod plus x, and then I will do it for all the files over here. And when I do again ls-al, we see that okay, x has been set for exit. So we need to execute any Python script from the web browser. We need to set this permission chmod plus x and the file that we want to specify. Okay. So now the thing is that we have done. We are here, and what we do is that we go over here, and now what we'll do is that we will this time rather than running this web server, this web server, we will be kind of running a CGI server. So let me just kind of